Hey guys, Brendan with Quack back here. Today I just want to do a little update on kind of that one video that I did earlier a couple weeks ago on that board game that I played, Quar. This Quar's War, Clash of Rifles, all that stuff. So I know they have a couple different sizes and game modes. I just kind of wanted to show what my painted minis look like and then kind of go from there and just discuss the game a little bit more. I'm hoping to at least throw something up where at least we do a like an actual play or something like that. I don't know if you can hear. That's Banjo. It's my brother's dog, Banjo. He's a very loud dog, but a good boy. As far as the 28 millimeter size, which is for scale, this big. Not very big, and you'll see him on this. I'd say about, the size of your thumb knuckle is your 28 millimeter. I've got a couple of these armies painted that I wanted to show, as opposed to just being in the box or on the sprue or anything like that, or assembled. And then I'll show you a couple of the other models that I have that aren't painted yet or aren't fully finished. The first thing we'll talk about is the first set of models that I got from these guys. They're called the Kryst, K-R-Y-S-T. And as you can see here on this video, they look pretty badass, I would say. Pretty sick. So I painted them. Pretty dark colors. Love it, Banjo. And I based them. So I based them with a little bit of a diorama mud and then glued on some static grass. But these are the guys. The quality's pretty good. I am not a good painter. So I would say anything that you don't necessarily like the look of, this guy's missing a head. So I got to get a head for him. Anybody that you may not like to look for, I would attribute it more to my lack of ability in painting. I do not have my mother's ability in painting. Just showing him off. Little Banjo's going absolutely ham. What a good boy. This guy followed Teddy Roosevelt's advice. He doesn't speak much, but he does carry a big stick. So, beautiful. All right, anyway, sorry. So these are the Kryst. And kind of what they look like based. They are not currently on the website. You cannot currently buy them. All right, so in the realm of like the game, the Kryst are considered like a neutral faction. Kind of what I showed you guys initially was the Cofters and the Crusaders were kind of two different factions, and within those, there's different, groups of people that are fighting for each side. So the basic gist is the Cofters come from like a royalty. They're states that basically approve the royalty. There's a king in this mythical world, and they approve of this and want to keep the ways of royalty for themselves. There's also specific rules in this war. This war has basically been going on for a very long time, with specific rules to it, like the war will not take place in cities, so no civilians would ever see anything, no damage to any like public stuff like that. And the Crusaders are of the mindset that to finally end this war, they're going to have to possibly bring this into that kind of area. But they basically do not like the monarchy anymore or anything like that. So these Crusaders have. They're on the side of the power should not be with a king. So the Kryst here, they are a neutral faction. There's quite a few, and you can kind of read up on their website of their particular part. But that's the Kryst. They're pretty cool. I like them. I'm a big fan. So those are them I had fully painted. They were the first set of guys that I had fully painted and based. Next up, we'll be kind of talking about, these are the Cofter tractors. Basically tanks. This whole game has like a World War I, World War II aesthetic. World War I, World War II plus, where like there's a faction called Gwent that have look very similar to like Revolutionary War, British times. All red with the trench coats and all that. So this is my tractors that I painted up. I put some mud on them, a little bit of rust. As you can see, some chipping on this. As these would be, obviously being used pretty hard, and they're not going to be coming out pristine. So again, not the best. I'm not by any means good. We'll just kind of throw some of these guys out. So here's my Crusaders. These guys would be like a machine gun squad. I'll show off just a little bit of each. Here's my command squad. Trench Raiders. And then some of these aren't, I didn't wash them yet. I didn't give them a wash to give them that look of, you know, that's basically why they look so squeaky clean on their metal and all that. I did not give them a wash yet to kind of add that dirt and grime. So here, if you look, these are a mix of the Crusaders. This is the Crusader infantry. This guy is a gunner. These are our command squad coming up. I like them. I really like the look of this guy with his backpack. I thought it came out pretty well. The back of this guy's backpack I like pretty well too. Trench Raiders I thought were pretty badass, brother. As you can see, this one I based in mud. This one's not based yet. The reason I wanted them more in mud than anything else, obviously, is that would kind of in my head be their fighting position. So kind of what I was going for. That's the Crusaders. So some new stuff that I bought on the Crusader side that is assembled but not painted, relatively new on the website. Here is the Crusader Command Squad and some of their sniper team. So we'll show them there. So again, not painted, not primed, nothing like that. But that's what they look like. Pretty nice, I thought. We'll do a single of kind of the main ones, right? I thought very nice modeling on this. That's a sniper. This one is as well. I like the bumpkin hat. That would be a command squad guy. This guy as well would be a command squad of the Crusaders. So still on that pro king side. Also on the pro king side. These are not the same army, but I painted them up. These would be from a faction called the Fidwag. I'll show you a couple of them, all right? So these are some of the coolest guys. Basically mounted cavalry units, hopping on like an armored bunny. I love them. Not a good paint job. I still got to go back and touch it up. I did not like how this guy's jacket came out. Too shiny. And this, oh no! My one complaint with these guys is these are so thin. But I'll have to re-glue that. That makes me sad. This guy's primed but not painted. I did not do my Zenithor prime on him either, so I still have to hit him with white, but that's what they look like. Very clean, very cool looking. I would like to incorporate a lot more of that calvary into it. They are pretty neat. So that would be my Crusader side of my guys. And then we'll get on to the good side, or excuse me, I've been talking wrong this whole time. These are the cofters, the Royalists. Cool, wait, I just look like a dummy. So these are the Royalists, the cofters. These are the Crusaders that I'm throwing up here. So these are the tractors that I made for them. I went with like a dark green pattern, a lot of mud. I thought these ones came out pretty well with the wear and tear on the barrels and all that and on the corners. I thought they came out okay. I still have to paint this guy up here. I have another guy to paint for this one. So those are the Crusaders for real, not the Royalists. And let's show off some of my Crusaders. These guys are okay. Those are the heavy weapons. And again, these guys, some of them are very, just need a wash. Obviously, you can tell by how shiny they are and all that stuff. So with all the different guys, just scroll through. So this is our command squad coming through. Again, I love the backpacks. Standard bearer. This is our regular infantry, this guy. These are heavy weapons. You can see they're not washed. That's why they're so shiny. This is a trench raider on their side. This guy's hand-to-hand combat. He's going out clubbing later. And again, not all these guys are done. But this guy's missing an arm. Love it. Banjo's losing his mind. He's really fucking excited to be here. There's another set. Just randos. These guys are their snipers. Right here. But yeah, We'll do a close-up of maybe one of the good ones that I think are okay. So that's a trench raider as well. Here's a sniper. Again, not done. I got to finish washing, but I thought he came out pretty well. Another sniper. And I did not do a good job with these, unfortunately. He's like a missile guy and a loader. So these guys have like anti-tank missiles. My whole goal with it was to kind of paint the different heads to kind of show like, you know, red would be high explosive and the other one might be armor piercing. So one's anti-tank, the other one's anti-infantry. These didn't come out well, so I'll have to go back and give them another couple things, you know, whatever I have to do. These are Fidos on their side. Fidos are like little dogs, but I mean, little's relative. They're almost people size, so it's like St. Bernards, big dogs coming through. The Fidos came out really well as far as the molds. These are metal. These are some of the Crusaders that I have done, assembled but not painted on that side. And then these guys I just got, because he just released them. I say just, there's a whole nother group out. But these guys are essentially, if you buy them, you'll get the Crusader infantry box and you'll get their substitute heads. So they'll be essentially, you know, the same build, same guns as the Crusaders. They are a faction of the Crusaders, the Toolmore. As you can see, just they're a little bit different. They'll have different backpacks. I don't like throwing backpacks on my guys. I don't know. I probably should more, but again, just slight differences in the armies. They'll have different rules, different stats. So he did put out an addendum to the set of rules that are currently out, updating these guys with stats. Another faction, the one that I talked about earlier, like the British style, the Gwent with stats as well. So they're up on the website. They also released a new army recently called the Western Arnarians. They seem to be like a pretty armor heavy army, like motorcycles, tanks, stuff like that. Excuse me. They just got released and they have a new a rule block out for them as well. They also have, what I think is pretty neat, a single campaign mission that they released that basically if you want to play by yourself and you have different factions, you can play where you play your army, and then there's a set of rules for your enemy that you have to follow in a checklist. So if one is not met, you have to do one. If one is done, two is done, three is done, then they have to do four. If four is not done, that kind of thing. But I would highly suggest going over to that website. Again, stuff's pretty cheap if you want to get into it. You know, it's not like Games Workshop's barrier to entry of like, if you want a functioning army, you have to spend $800. This is, you know, you can get a 2-player game for, you know, you and a friend could get a full game for, you know, $100, so $50 a person. You get the rules for free. You get the different level, like different sets of rules for free. A lot of the stuff's for free to print out. You can, if you have a printer, you can print his files too. We'll put a link to that store there that you can buy his files. There's, like I said, there's tons of stuff for it. And I think the prices are pretty fair. So if it's something you're looking into, the game's pretty simple. Like I said, I'm hoping to have like a Let's Play or something with somebody coming up soon. So just a heads up. Anyway, that was kind of my review of how my guys have come out so far and how cool they are to me. I thought that some of them look okay. But yeah, anyway, I'm Brendan with Quackpack. This is the Quar game. This Quar's War. Clash of Rifles. These are my miniature sport. So anyway, catch you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.